Hello honey bunnies, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. How is everyone doing today? I have been missing in action from YouTube for quite a while now. I kind of took a little break from YouTube, and I'm just kind of like starting to get back to my little routine. And so I just came back from vacation. Me and my family went to Florida, and we just came back a few days ago. I am currently in the process of making some souvenirs for my co-workers, which I started making them and then I haven't finished yet. And I thought, let me actually do a video for you guys showing you how I created these really fun, affordable souvenirs. Now, obviously Florida has tons of souvenirs, but I just thought that something like made, just gives it like a really nice touch to it. And I just love creating these little crafting, projects. And so I figured I have a lot of seashells that me and my mom collected. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw like pictures and maybe like little like stories of me collecting seashells and just having a ball at Florida. And so I collected some seashells with my mom. I also purchased some from this really beautiful store that we stopped by. And I also collected some sand from the beach. And so I said to myself, you know what, I'm not gonna buy any souvenirs. I wanted to create my own. And so I thought, let me show you guys how I created this really fun, I mean, it's really literally simple. It's not such a huge complicated project. It's just really simple, but I just thought it was absolutely adorable. I love how this jar came out. Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love it. And I thought it was just such a pretty simple but nice little gift to give to my coworkers. So I'm going to show you guys how I created this really pretty seashell jar full of deliciousness. And hopefully you guys can get some ideas, and maybe you can save some money if you have like a lot of souvenirs that you have to gift to your family and friends. It can get really pricey, I gotta tell you. I mean, each one of these souvenirs can cost you and run you about $6-7, even a little bit more. So making your own souvenirs can really save you a lot of money. So let me show you what we have going on here. Again, I have these original seashells from Florida, which I thought it was a great idea. Bought these little tiny ones as well. And so the only thing that I needed to get was a jar. Now, I originally had the idea of using these little like little jars that I have, and I actually had them made already. I kind of put the little mini seashell in here, and I kind of put a little bit of the sand in the bottom, and I thought it was really pretty, right? But then I was like, you know what, I need to make it more like presentable. I just didn't want to just give like this little thing to my co-workers. I just didn't feel like it was like right. So I went to Michael's and I purchased this favor jar from the wedding section, and I am in love with these jars. They're literally the cutest thing in the world. It only costs $20. You get 12 little mini jars, and you can always use the coupon for these little jars, which I think is absolutely perfect if you have quite a few friends that you need to give souvenirs to. So I love that it's a jar. I love the size. I think it's absolutely adorable. So let me show you how I put this beautiful, gorgeous souvenir together with literally no supplies at all. So as I'm preparing this souvenir, I'll let you know what we're using, okay? So Michael's obviously have these like tiny treasure little sands. I don't know what they're called. They're just like little like sand looking things. They have a whole bunch of different colors, a whole bunch of different like little rocks and stones and pearls, and just a whole bunch of different choices of these little jars. I love the sand color in here. It's like a really pretty like coral color, and I think it was perfect for this project. And they were no, I'm lying, they were 60% off. So I'm using this little sand thingy. See, it's just like a little sand, and you can always find this at the dollar store if you having hard time finding this. Okay, the dollar store does also sell these. So what I want to do is I have like a plastic little spoon, and I'm just gonna put 3 scoops in here of this delicious sand, just to make it like a nice little layer, right? Okay, let's put the sand on the side. And then I also at the Dollar Tree picked up these what are these called? Stones, decorative stones, but I like that the sizes on these are really tiny, and I like the color of it, which doesn't interfere with the colors of the seashells. So I'm going to put like a nice handful of these decorative rocks in these jars. Just give it like a nice little pretty layer, okay? And now we're going to add the fun part. So because I made these and I thought that I was going to gift these, I'm going to use these actually seashells in here, and I'm going to add them in here because I'm not going to use these little jars as souvenirs, okay? So what I did with these little jars, with this jar here, is I just added these seashells that I originally was going to gift. And let me see if I can pull these out. And let's just put this in here. Okay, I like that you have like the original sand from the beach, and we went to Clearwaters, and we also went to a few other beaches. And just I love the idea of, you know, just putting these memories together. I think it's awesome and fun. And so, okay, so now I have the little seashells in here. Now they come in these little package of like little bundles, and my mom got a bundle and I got a bundle because we figured we were going to make our own little souvenirs, and this is perfect. It's a perfect size to fit in any little tiny jars, okay? So that's that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some seashells in here. First I'm going to add a few more rocks. Basically you're just layering, okay? You're just adding little layers to this, okay? I'm going to add a little bit more of this beautiful rocky sand, and then I'm going to add some of these seashells in here, which are the ones that we picked up from the beach. I love these seashells. I think they're just so beautiful and gorgeous. Okay, beautiful. Okay, there we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to close this because we're done. Now, obviously, this is such a pretty little gift just like this, but I'm going to like give more like beautiness to it, right? So what I did was I have these tags that are made from canvas from Michael's that I bought a while ago. I know if you guys go to Michael's, if you are a Michael fanatic, you probably remember these little tags. They used to come in different kinds of shapes. You get the round ones, you get the squares, you get the hearts, you get the star. I mean, there was like a whole bunch of different kinds of shapes to these canvas tags. I'm using the heart shape, and I just basically added it over some like simple, you know, thread, or I guess twine. And then I have this like really pretty seashell little charm that I added to this tag, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm basically going to make a little knot first of all, because I don't want like this to be moving around. So I'm just gonna make like a knot, a nice little knot right in the center to kind of secure the charm from like moving, okay? See, just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this right around the top of my jar. I want this to hang roughly there, and I'm just basically going to wrap this around the jar, okay? And And as you wrap it around, you make sure that you get tighter into wrapping it, because you don't want this to like literally get loose. I'm going to double knot it with like a extremely tight knot. Okay, and you're gonna get something like this, which is really super cute, right? Okay, perfect. So now what I want to do is the back part of this, what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that it's not too long. I don't want it to touch like the table. So I need it to be like the length of this string needs to be long enough, but not long that it's touching the table, okay? So I'm going to cut this off a little bit, okay? And basically, see how it's not that long that it's all the way to the bottom, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to add 2 little seashells to the end of this string. And that's where my little tiny seashell bundle that I bought at this beautiful store is going to help me, okay? I love these like beautiful tiny seashells. I just love the colors and it's so beautiful. And so what I'm doing is I'm basically going to take these 2 seashells that kind of look the same. It doesn't have to be the same in color, but it could be the same in shape. I try to be as close as the shape as possible because I kind of want it to look, I don't want it to look like too much off each other, you know what I mean? So like these and these will look perfect, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to the inside of my shell, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my string and I'm going to basically put it inside of the shell. Now use yourself like a little, I don't know, stick or something so you can stick in the string, okay? And that's going to hang there. You're going to do the same thing with the other end of the string. And just use like, I don't know, scissors or something to just squeeze in the thread or the string right through. And you're gonna get something like this, which I thought it was super adorable. It kind of hangs from the little string and it just gives it like a really pretty presentation. I love that. I love how that looks, okay? So now basically this is done, okay? This is literally done. So what I wanted to do, which was one of the things that I kind of struggled with this project, is trying to put some kind of sign that has Florida name on it and the year. So first I started to think to myself, okay, maybe I can use my little gadget that gives me labels, which is this one right here. And if you don't have too many souvenirs, this would probably actually work, but I ran out of the tape, so that did not work for me, right? I only was able to do like 3 of these and I need to do about 6 or 7. So I ran out of tape. I do have more, but I thought to myself, this is not really effective for me, cost effective, right? So I dismissed quickly this idea, okay? And then I thought to myself, okay, well, maybe I'll get a seashell and just write like the word, like, you know, FL for Florida and then the year. And I thought, well, that doesn't really look too professional, right? It kind of looks like a 5-year-old kind of did that, right? Because my handwriting is horrible. So I didn't like the way that looked. So that was dismissed. So I finally came up with a really good idea, which I am absolutely loving it, which is I use these little tiny clothespins to put the word Florida on it. I don't know if you guys can see that because this is like really literally small, but if you can see there, the word Florida is written right on it. I added a tiny little seashell, which is the one that I also purchased, which is this bundle. And on the back, I wrote the year 2019. I thought this was a really good idea. It's really cost effective. You know, it's not something that's going to really cost you a lot of money. You can kind of make it yourself. And I just thought it was brilliant. So that is what we're going to use for this particular little project. So all I did was I basically just made this, and I basically just hung it right over my little tag, and then it just gives it like a really pretty presentation. You see that? It looks super duper cute, and I can make one of these for you guys on camera so you can see how simple it is to make. Literally, I have a whole bunch of these. You can always find these at Michael's or like any craft store. Even like a Dollar Tree has these little mini clippies. Okay, the pen that I used was this like writer's marker. I've been having this for years. I think Michael sells these. I tried to use a Sharpie and that didn't work for me. You might be able to use like the fine tip Sharpie and that might work better. I was using like a thick one and that did not work for me. But this one, because it's very fine, it worked, okay? And all I did was basically, I took my little tiny clothespin and I just really wrote the word Florida just right on it. Literally. Try to be as neat as possible. And I just basically wrote the word Florida right on it, just like so. And then I let it dry for like a few seconds, and then on the back I just put the year 2019. Literally, that's all I did. I did not do anything else. And I'm not like fully stressed to like, you know, see my handwriting. It was just very simple, very simple. I don't have a really good handwriting, so you know, it was challenging for me, but this is really simple to create. And then what I did was I took my little bundle of tiny seashells, like literally tiny, and what I did was I picked, I'm not gonna lie, I went through these and I picked the ones that I liked the most, right, in color. For example, like this one is really super cute, but I kind of like this one too, so I kind of picked the ones that I like. Okay, and then what I did was I hot glue it to the bottom part of the, where it says Florida, right at this bottom part. Okay, so I took the little bit of hot glue and I hot glue it to the tip of the clothespin, and I let that dry for a few seconds while I put these away. Okay, and basically that's all I did. You see that? And now what I'm going to do is I will clip this to my next souvenir that I have to create. Very simple, guys. And that is how you create these really fun and simple, adorable little souvenirs for your coworkers and for your family. I thought it was a really good idea. I kind of love this like whole idea of the jar, and just it looks so pretty. My husband bought me one of the little souvenirs from Florida, which is this one, and I thought it was really cute. He surprised me with it. He's like, I got you seashells because I know how much you love them. And so I thought it was so cute, this jar. I loved it, and that's how I got the idea of making this one, because I figured I can make this myself. I have the seashells, so why can I not make them, right? And so yeah, and that's basically what I did. So now I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 more of these beauties to put together, and I will bring this in to work tomorrow, and hopefully my co-workers would like it. And yeah, and so that's how I created these really fun, adorable little souvenirs. I hope that this really helps you with getting some ideas on how to create some simple souvenirs and kind of save you some money at the same time, and just make it personalized. You know, you can add so many other things to this little jar. It doesn't necessarily have to be seashells. It could be really simply just sand and maybe like, I don't know, something else to it, like maybe like a I don't know, like a ocean or beach rock or something, and it just really gives it a really pretty presentation. Okay, my loves, I hope you like this video, guys. Make sure you thumbs up, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for your likes, And I will be making some more videos for you guys soon. I'm starting to get back to my regular routine, so hopefully I can try to produce more like crafting videos for you guys. I'm thinking of doing a what is it called, Christmas in July video for you guys, so we'll see how that works out. Okay, love you all, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon, babies. Bye.